should be on YouTube. I bet we are. Okay. All right. Let's see how we're doing here, and then we'll get this party started here. Huh. Well, isn't that something? Okay, folks. getting everything set for tonight. For the chiller. Okay. There I'm on Facebook. Looks like I'm on YouTube. Looks like I'm good to go. Let's start the Chiller Night pre-show. Hey everybody, this is Bryan Hogue. Welcome to the Chiller Night Live pre-show. Every week, let me turn the chat on, but every week from 8 until 9, or a few minutes till 9 Eastern Time, I talk about the schedule coming up on Stream TV. Now, we'll be playing Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat episodes throughout the night. It's going to be a fun night. Let me just open the browser here for the chat so I can see who's on here, and I'll write the first chat of the evening. All right. Brad says it's the Chiller Night pre-show with Bryan Hogue, starring Bryan Hogue. Now here's Bryan. Thank you. Thank you very much. And then Jason says, hello, everyone. Hello, Jason. Cassandra says, hello. Hi, everyone. All right. We have people joining in, so that's a good, very good thing. All right. So, like I said, I've got this up and running. I've got a bit of a revision of the background. Jack Shadow's castle's looking a little bit more like Jack Shadow's castle because I use the actual Jack Shadow Castle that you see in the bumpers of the show in the beginning of the show. So I use that, and we're looking at it from another angle, but that is indeed Castle Shadow officially in the background behind me as we sit and anxiously await for Jack Shadow to lead the charge tonight in Chiller Night Theater. And then let's see, Tom says Corpus. Corpus says, hi humans, hello. Gary says, hello from Florida. Hey, Gary, thanks for joining us tonight. And then Cassandra says, hi, Corpus. Brad says, Bryan, did you tell everyone the good news at PXI in Pittsburgh? Well, we'll get to that. We will get to that. I appreciate you bringing that up. We will be, I'll be talking about some of that. I mean, I'm kind of limited on what, I guess things are just in the discussion stage, although a very positive discussion, a very positive discussion. But we will absolutely, I will absolutely get to that because that is just really, really cool stuff going on. Michael says, hello, everybody. That like button just called your name. Smash it for revenge. Everyone on YouTube, just take out all your aggression on that smash button. Or the like button, I guess. All right, thank you, Michael. And then Connor's Chuck says, hi, hello. Corpus says, hi, Cassandra and Tom. Michael says, Gary, a fellow Floridian, welcome. All right. We get people from all over watching this, so I really appreciate that. And we seem to be picking up in viewers and numbers and so forth. So that is good news. Brad says, how did it go in the meeting in Pittsburgh? Went really well, and we will absolutely be talking about that. I'm very happy and excited about things on the Pittsburgh side. And David says, pop goes the champagne and cheers to Chiller Night pre-show. All right, well, thank you. I'm pleased and honored that you are taking this time of the night to have your champagne, a symbol of celebration as we start up the pre-show. Now tonight, tonight's schedule. Here we go. All right, at 9 p.m. Look at that. Look at those bats. All right. Jack Shadow features at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Jack Shadow features City of the Dead, starring Christopher Lee. Very, very good movie. And then at 11 p.m., Chiller Chat. My guest is Chad Cornell of the EVPS, the Eerie Voices Paranormal Society. At 11:30 p.m., Chiller Night Theater. The movie is last week's feature, The Ape. And then at 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat. The movie is, well, I'm sorry, the movie review is of The Last Jedi. I talked with Nate Reagan and we discussed that movie. And then at 2 a.m., Chiller Night Theater. The movie, once again, is City of the Dead. So there we go with tonight's schedule. Oh boy, and if you've never seen City of the Dead, I think you're going to like it.
This is Whitewood, Massachusetts. A young girl, a stranger, has come to Whitewood to do research. She has come, she thinks, to study.
Leave Whitewood. Leave Whitewood tonight. I beg of you. Leave before it is too late.
In spite of this warning, the girl lingers on. The guests are over 300 years old. Human blood keeps them alive forever.
Barlow. I'm jersey by the living God!
I was trying to hold out for that trailer to end before I started coughing. I didn't think I could make it any longer. Oh my gosh. Still have my cough. But yes, City of the Dead. Excellent movie. And I about choked on that one. Still have my cough lingering. It's decided to be my new best friend. Just won't leave me alone. Corpus says, hi, Ava. Ava's actually driving right now, so she will be she'll be back here shortly. Michael says, welcome back, Jersey John. Well, hey, Jersey John. Glad you could join us. Chuck Connor says, Horror Hotel. Of course, the other title that this that City of the Dead is known by. And then Corpus says, oh my God, City of the Dead is awesome. Chuck says, one of my favorites. Cassandra says, I love this movie, City of the Dead. Corpus says, guys, I'm so sorry, I gotta go. Well, see you later. See you next week there, Corpus. I know you said earlier you had to cut out early, but we appreciate everything you're doing with the Facebook group, to Chiller Night Facebook group, and we'll maybe get a chance to chat about that as the night goes on. But take care and have a good night, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. And then Brad says, I'm sorry, Brian, I didn't mean to get too far ahead of myself, but we were talking about Chili Billy's TV station. That's where it all started for him. Yeah, no, don't be sorry whatsoever. You better believe 100% I'm going to be talking about that. No, I appreciate you asking. Corpus says, I have company wanted to give love. And then Tom says, 45 seconds into a trailer of a movie starring Christopher Lee, they finally show Christopher Lee. Yes, his name is prominently displayed on the movie, although I can't really say he's the star. But you know, Of course, we like to say that. Dropping his name. Michelle says, awesome. And Raymond says, Brian, tell any children there's a scene with a scantily clad blonde, so they should close their eyes. I'm sure they'll do just that. You know. And then David says, see you next week. Jason says, no texting and driving, Ava. Exactly. That's why I explained that she was driving. She would not be able to answer. But I think she is listening, though, because she can hear us on Facebook. And then Cassandra says, see you later. Michael says, what a scantily clad blonde. Yes, children, cover your eyes, and I'll watch her twice to make up for it. Wow, that is really taking one for the team there, Michael. That is good of you to do that and to kind of throw yourself on the proverbial grenade like that. All for those children. Corpus says, this is exciting news about the Chiller Night Watch Party Group. I shall post there later. Good deal, good deal. And then Corpus says, good night, guys. Okay, we will be getting to everything tonight, all these very important and fun, exciting topics. Let's see. But right now, hey guys, next Friday is once again the fourth Jack Shadow Friday Night Frights. All right, let me pull the picture here. Jack Shadow will be featuring a bucket of blood, and that will be this Friday at 5 p.m. Okay, or 5 p.m. What am I saying? On the 5th, April 5th at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. on Friday the 5th. Now, this one is also brought to you once again by Vicelli Pizza. So, out of Butler, Pennsylvania, we certainly want to thank David Long and Vicelli Pizza for once again bringing us this show. So, appreciate their sponsorship. All right. Now, where's my picture? All right. So don't forget about that. And I have a trailer here for Bucket of Blood. Maybe I'll play that a little bit later. I think it's a little too soon right now. But my goal for this coming Friday on April 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is to have 1,000 viewers, 1,000 views during the live stream. Now, we came real close last time. We hit like 884, and that was only Facebook. Now, I know it didn't get up to 1,000 because my numbers for YouTube wouldn't have made the extra 116. It wouldn't have made the difference. However, it's I think we can do it. We were pretty close. That's really not that far away. And I told Ava back when we started in January, I said, my goal is to hit 1,000 views while the show is streaming for the April show. So I'm hoping we can do that. And you may have noticed to my left, might be your right, but my left, I have Jack Shadow's hat here, and I have his gloves. All right. Now, you know I do a giveaway prize. I give away a photograph picture of Jack. Boom. An autographed picture of Jack Shadow to whoever wins the share contest. We're going to have another share contest. And the winner will receive an autographed picture of Jack Shadow. They'll receive a DVD of that show, of A Bucket of Blood, the Chiller Night Theater episode, not the unedited, raw, streamed version that you'll be seeing, but the edited, cleaned up TV episode version. So it'll be nice, and you'll get that. In fact, I have a picture here of Corpus from, yeah. You'll get the photograph. You'll get the DVD plus. If we reach that number, if we reach that goal, some lucky winner will receive Jack Shadow's gloves that he has worn in for several years and numerous episodes. So if you if you want some gloves, which are a prop of the show, if you enjoy the show, if you enjoy watching Jack Shadow and Chiller Night Theater, if you want a pair of the gloves as a souvenir giveaway, if we reach 1,000 views while the show is being streamed, I will throw in the gloves as a giveaway prize. Jack Shadow will be kind enough to do that. So let's see if we can hit 1,000. If not, I'm just happy to have you all involved and interacting, because it's a lot of fun. You guys are writing and interacting with me. You'll notice I'm probably reading a lot less right here, just because it's a little hard, because, and this is a good thing, I mean, this is a positive thing, there are so many comments, and the viewership is actually increasing. So if I were reading, that's all the show would be. But I will be jumping back on here on and off. So if you have really of something that you really want to get to me, just please, maybe repost it, But this is going really super good. I am really happy about how things are going. But let me see what I'm missing here. Zebrex says, hello, Brian and everybody. Hello, Zebrex. And I believe you were from Los Angeles, if I remember right, from last week or the week before. And then Brad says, you have that cold, just won't go away, Brian. It won't, not on its own, but I did go to the doctor this week, and they gave me some really good stuff. Ought to be knocked out here in a few days. I really think it will be. I've had a busy week. I had a very busy week. And I'll talk about that too. Let's see. Jason says, bucket of blood. Syringes with blood. And then Cassandra says, wee, Vicelli pizza. Raymond says, can't wait. Beatnik Jack Shadow will read a love poem. Maybe. We'll see just how artsy and, we'll see how progressive Jack is for this upcoming show. Michael says, hey, Zebra, glad you made it. And then Raymond says, I thought that was Michael Jackson gloves. No, not quite. Not quite as glittery. Not quite as glittery. And then Brad says, sorry, Brian, but I won't be here on Friday or next Saturday. WrestleMania weekend. Well, that's certainly understandable. We all know that, of course, Brad's a big wrestling fan. And in fact, but that's what brought Brad my way, because he was actually on Facebook inquiring about Dark Horse Championship wrestling matches, asking about future events, and I explained to him, well, I'm pretty busy with this other show I'm doing, this Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat, and I just sent him a link, and that's how we got connected as far as this show goes. So, but no problem whatsoever there, Brad. That's I hope you enjoy WrestleMania. I'm sure it's going to be a very entertaining event. Raymond said, what will he wear now? He's actually got some other gloves, so he will not be gloveless. Oh, no. So everything will be just fine. He's got several pairs of gloves on hand, so he will not go without. And then Michael says, oh man, what an awesome prize. And then Zebrick says, hey, Michael. And then Brad says, WWE next takeover, New York on Friday. Okay. And then Zebrick says, Las Vegas. Okay, yep. I think that's what. And then Kevin says, what's up from Titusville, Pennsylvania? All right. Well, hey, Kevin, thanks for joining us. All right, so there you have it. That is what's going on with tonight's schedule. We talked about next Friday night's Friday Night Frights. You better believe I'll be hitting that again before we shut up shop for the night, and at least with this show. And then Cassandra says, keep me posted on updates, Brad. Oh, okay, about the Hall of Fame ceremony on Saturday. Okay, and then like I said, our goal is 1,000 views during the live stream. So share, share, share during the live stream. If we can hit 1,000 views, off with the gloves. And we'll make sure that some lucky winner and fan of Chiller Night Theater gets those from Jack Shadow. And all right, and of course I mentioned that our sponsor once again, well, I tell you, it's been really nice having David Long and Vicelli Pizza on board. They've really been helping out a lot and making this possible. So, Vicelli Pizza is once again bringing us Friday Night Fright. So, thank you guys. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll move this over here. All right. Yeah, I'll put that there. Why not? All right. Now, if you guys have not seen the cleaned up version as far as the edited version, you know, with the little bit of visual bells and whistles that I add on there too. Because after the show Friday night, this will be the Saturday after's feature program, Feature Chiller Night Theater at 9 p.m. And there are a few things that you'll be seeing that you don't get to see when you're watching it live, because there's no way for me to do that. Just a one-man show. But just to give you an example here, I've threw this skit in here about Jack ordering the pizza. To give you an example, if you're new here, if you've not seen the differences between the live show as it's streaming as opposed to the TV episode version, here's a little example of that. This is from the TV show, when I can actually put stuff on the screen, and like and the crystal ball looks a lot nicer. So here we go.
Ben and Barbara are trapped inside the old farmhouse. Zombies begin to surround the home as the night begins. We saw a few minutes ago that the dead were repelled by fire. Just like Frankenstein's monster who was raised from the cold clutches of death, these creatures fear the flame. Why is that? Does it remind the damned of the hellfire awaiting them beyond? To walk the earth after death, 'tis a curse of the damned indeed. Now, if you've never seen Night of the Living Dead, you're in for a real treat. If you have, then order a treat and watch it again. I think I'll order my treat for the night. A pizza from Vicelli's in Butler, Pennsylvania. This is all part of it.
I'm going to stop that because I don't know. Was it freezing for you guys? If so, then I'm going to have to redo that file just to be on the safe side. But I think you got a an idea what I was talking about. On my end, it kept freezing, so I'm not gonna continue with that. It was like a 2-minute skit. Okay, let's see. Richard says, get some ugly gloves. They're construction worker gloves. And then Zebrick says, sounds like some excellent prizes. David says, let's go for more, LOL. And Tom says, is Jack's hat the consolation prize? Maybe for May's show. We'll see. All right, I'm not rolling that out. I'm not taking that off the table. So maybe. But we'll start off with the gloves, and then Cassandra says 1,000. We can do it. All right. Tom says it was freezing on my end. Okay, I figured, because I'm pretty sure whatever I'm seeing here is what you're seeing. Okay, Patrick says froze. All right, and then Raymond says, geez, Jack Shadow sounds like a Southern Baptist preacher. I don't think he is, but that's an interesting comparison. David says, yeah, it did on the DVD too. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to take a look at that. Huh. Didn't know that, because the YouTube version doesn't do that. So we'll have to see. maybe there was an issue with burning the file onto the disk. Patrick says Chiller T-shirts. Yes, yes, I would love to have these fine Chiller T-shirts available to everybody. One of these days we will get there. We will get there. And then, hey everybody, I want to let you know something. Last week we did it right here. We chose tonight's fan of the week. Well, not just tonight. It'll be from this Saturday until next Saturday, until a new fan claims that title. But this week's, starting tonight, is Tom Paisley from Birmingham, Alabama. All right, so there's Tom as the Chiller Night Theater fan of the week. So we want to thank Tom for participating. Last week, what happened, if you remember, now this picture right here, this is going to be on Stream TV tonight, throughout the night. This is going to be coming up between the in between the shows, where you see the ad slides and the weather announcements and so forth. This will be on TV. So, and then of course I'll be posting that on social media. So, fan of the week, Tom Paisley. My, what big eyes you have there, Tom. So, David says the U.S. title for the City of the Dead was Horror Hotel. Yes. Yep. And then Raymond says YouTube froze. Okay. Oh, okay. The skit I was playing. Okay. Had me worried there. Well, the skit, that was just an example, and not a not a good visual one at that, it turns out. But I was trying to show some of the added things that I do after the fact. I don't freeze it, so it doesn't look like that on TV, but there's just a few differences. Brad says, "Get that cigarette out of your mouth, Tom." LOL. Tammy says, "Congratulations, Tom." David says, "Cheers to Tom." And then Cassandra says, "Yes, Tom." Tom says, "That's not my best side." And then everyone's congratulating Tom, which is good. Very good. Patrick says, "Kind of looks like the guy from The Shape of Water." Oh, yeah. Hey, that movie, of course, was, the idea was from the Creature from the Black Lagoon, as far as the, the concept for that movie. For the creature and that. I haven't actually seen it, so I don't know enough about it other than what I've read about that. But that reminds me of something here. That reminds me. Where is it? Aha! We've all heard of a werewolf in Washington. But this week, we've had the Creature from the Black Lagoon in Washington. Yes, somebody dressed as a creature attended the Senate confirmation hearing for Secretary nominee David Bernhardt this week. So I just saw it, nothing political, just wanted to show that our most beloved Creature from the Black Lagoon has made it to our nation's capital earlier this week. So just hope he had a good time, or she, from the looks of it. Just thought that was kind of funny. Thought I'd throw that up there. And then, let's see, where are we at? Zebrick says, as long as the gloves will not be delivered by Cato Kalin. No, Cato will have nothing to do with these gloves. No. And then, Brad says, I'm surprised that The Undertaker from WWE did not get inducted yet. Well, give it time. Give it time. I'm sure everything will work out like it should. And then, okay, we've mentioned the fan of the week, Tom Paisley. And then before this Chiller Night pre-show has been concluded tonight, we will be picking next week's fan of the week. So just keep that in mind. Now today, not only do we announce the fan of the week, but we also want to wish happy birthday to actor John Astin, who played, of course, Gomez Addams on the Addams Family, and he's lesser known as the Riddler on Batman. Not the Riddler, not Frank Gorshin, but he did actually portray the Riddler a few times there, or once, maybe it was just once, I don't know. I actually have the Batman DVD. I was going to actually go through I got all of them right here. Somebody said it was on season 2. I have no reason to doubt that, so we're going to go with that, season 2. And you know, of course, Morticia. You see her pictured in the bottom there with John Astin, Gomez, and Morticia Addams. Morticia. Well, Carolyn Jones, of course, played Morticia. Carolyn Jones, 7 Degrees of Separation, also played a Batman villain. You remember that? Marcia, Queen of Diamonds. So, I just thought that was kind of neat. Also in season 2 of the Batman series. Just fun facts I thought you folks would like to know about. All right. In case no one else has told you this today, I wanted to be the first. Oh, and here's something kind of neat. You know, John Astin and Frank Gorshin's not the only one who's played the Riddler, or portrayed the Riddler, I should say. Huh? So, that was a couple years ago. I actually have that hat right here because I was going to draw the names and stuff out of it, but you can see it doesn't show up. Of course, because it's green, so it doesn't work too well with the chroma key, so that's why I grabbed Jack's hat instead at the last minute. And Jack's hat does a good job just holding Jack's gloves. So that was at a Halloween party Abe and I attended a few years back. That was a lot of fun. She's a some kind of Greek mythology character. It was more of a Medusa, but she had on this headpiece earlier that had some snakes on it. But anyways, that's a little bit about the Riddler. Okay, where are we at here? Brad says, I knew that his body language, something told me he was going to be big. I think he's talking about the Undertaker there. Raymond says, don't forget West Side Story. Oh, which one? Which, John Astin or Carolyn Jones? Or because when I posted that earlier, there were several. Of course, both of them have such long lists of movies and TV series to their credit. It's really cool. And then Patrick says Morticia was on too. Yes. And then Cassandra says love John Astin. And let's see, Brad says he's creepy and he's kooky. Yes. And then Zebrick says, wow, you look good. Oh, thank you. And then what was I gonna say? Oh, Patrick says reminds me of Harry and the Mummy. Harry and the Mummy. I didn't see that, Harry and the Mummy. And then okay, was that a movie? Is that a new movie? I have to. I don't think I've ever heard of that one, Harry and the Mummy. I remember Harry and the Hendersons. That's the only Harry and that I can think of. John Lithgow was in that. Okay, 7 Degrees of Separation. He's also in next week the remake of Pet Sematary. That's coming out on Friday, April 5th. Now, hopefully we'll get people who either go to go see that on the weekend. Don't do it on Friday night. Don't do it on the 5th. Watch A Bucket of Blood on Chiller Night Theater, Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights. But that is coming out next week, so that ought to be kind of neat. I don't go to the movies very often anymore, but I might make a point to go see that one. Because somebody recommended last week that we should do a movie review on that one. So I might see it just for that reason. I don't know. I mean, well, not just for that reason. I actually want to see the movie. I think that looks pretty cool. All right. Now everybody, I will get to my Pittsburgh meeting at WPXI. All right, let's see. What am I missing? Ah, Brad says, tell us more about the meeting in Pittsburgh. All right. We must be on the same page here. And then Cassandra says, speaking of Medusa, Carolyn Monroe is in a new movie called House of the Gorgon in 2018. Will play at Monster Bash this summer. Really? Huh. I did not know that. What? Wasn't that also a Hammer movie with Peter Cushing, House of the Gorgon? Or no, that was just a Gorgon, right? I remember I watched that like a year ago. I remember seeing that. And of course I saw it when I was a kid. I've seen all these Hammer movies, but that's pretty cool. All right, folks. Earlier this week, I've had a busy week. We taped new episodes of Chiller Night Theater. That went into the the kind of late into the night by the time I get home from the TV studio, and then I go from one TV studio to another. As the very next morning I traveled down to Pittsburgh and I had a meeting at WPXI in Pittsburgh, and the topic of the discussion, of course, was Chiller Night Theater. So, and looking to see if Jack Shadow would make a good fit for being the new host, the new horror host in Pittsburgh on television. So, the discussion went very well. I'm very, very happy with how things went, and it's a real possibility. Now here's what was discussed, and I can tell you this because I mean, by the time I get done talking to you, you're not going to know any more than what I do right now, and so I mean, this is not like it's a secret, but it's just that I can't say that that's actually going to happen. What I can say is that there are several people at WPXI who are very excited about this idea of the Chiller show making a resurrection and coming to Pittsburgh. Now it would be on. Now WPXI has their cable channel is PCNC, the Pittsburgh Cable News Channel, and that's actually where that and the WPXI Now app would be hopefully where Chiller Night Theater would start out. If it actually went on to, I don't think it could go on WPXI Channel 11 directly, because not even Chiller Theater, if you remember, some of you are old enough to remember, or at least know the story on why Chiller Theater is no longer there, or what started Chiller Theater to kind of make its way out the door, is because Saturday Night Live is on at 11:30. It's 11:30, I think, on Saturday. I haven't watched it for so long over the last couple of years, but anyways, that's what's going on there. Now, if Chiller Night Theater gets on PCNC and the WPXI Now app, where it will still be able to be watched online. And there's actually, as they were explaining, there's actually a better opportunity for the program at this point. And this is just my foot in the door. Who knows what a year from now could happen? But I would actually have ties with WPXI. I would be possibly going down for some TV spots, doing some commercials for Pittsburgh businesses as that character. So pretty happy about that. I'm very, very happy with how that went, and it looks not only possible but actually very probable that this is going to be happening. And if it does happen, I am pushing for this to begin by Saturday, May 4th. Now, don't mark that on your calendar. I mean, it's far from being official, you know, but that's what I would like to see, and I'll tell you why. First of all, that gives WPXI some time to promote the show coming back on in some way, shape, or form, or on their channel or their cable channel. But it also, what's special about May 4th is I started my first show with Jack Shadow, the first version of the show, Sleepy Hollow Theater, on May, I think it was 3rd in 2008, whatever that first Saturday of May was. It started the first Saturday of May. That's what this would be. It'd be the 4th, but I mean the first Saturday of May. I thought, how fitting to begin on that date. So if things go well, I'm crossing my fingers, and I hope you do too. We will be having a new host in town for Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Jack Shadow would be the official horror host, and you never know where that could lead. Although I'm very happy. That's exactly, I wanted Jack Shadow and that show to be in Pittsburgh, and I explained to them that's where that show belonged, you know, because Bill Cardell worked down there at WPXI, and I got the big tour of the facility of the station. It's a lot bigger on the inside than I thought. You know, you drive by it and it just kind of looks like a big building, but I didn't realize just how big it was on the inside. It's really cool in there. Now let's see. What am I missing here? Brad says, you told us the weather in Pittsburgh was chiller. Well, hopefully it gets a whole lot chiller. So we'll see. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Cassandra says, hi, Linda Dawn. Hey, Linda. How's it going? Thanks for joining us tonight. And then Patrick says, could be called Return of the Living Chiller. Yes, I kind of played up that the theme of resurrecting the chiller program in Pittsburgh on that channel. So, or from at least that station. It's like Lily Broadcast in Erie, an NBC affiliate station that I did Dark Horse Championship Wrestling on. Lily Broadcast is WICU. It's also WSEE. It's also, what's the other one? I don't know, there's 3 of them. I can't remember the third one. I evidently didn't watch it all that much. But they actually had, they actually put Dark Horse Championship Wrestling at one time on all 3 of those channels. That's what I'm saying. This is just my first discussion, and it's going super well because I would love to be on that station, especially after seeing the coverage map. But there's nothing to say that won't actually be on WPXI's schedule at some point, although that's not part of my discussion or what I'm sharing with you here tonight. But I'm just very excited about how this is going. I really can't tell you how excited and enthused I am about this. I've been, you know, since I started this show, now it's going on 11 years ago, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted this show on that station, on that channel, that station. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So Linda says, good for you. Next to Jack Shadow Haunted House in the Berg. I'll even donate time as an actor. Oh, okay. You know, you never know, because I'm starting up a haunted house in Harrisville, Pennsylvania this year. That's the plan, anyways. I'm going to be pretty busy, but I'm really looking forward to getting a haunted house started because I have a history of doing haunted houses. So I'd like to get one started in Harrisville this year. We'll see how that goes. And of course, if Jack's on TV in Pittsburgh on Saturday nights, then, you know, maybe that'll bring some, maybe that'll be able to draw some people up our way as well in Butler County. We're just north of Pittsburgh. We're within an hour of downtown Pittsburgh. And then Patrick says, instead of Chiller, could they use the Sleepy Hollow name? Oh, well, no, there's nothing wrong. There's no restrictions on using Chiller Night Theater. Chiller, there was no, I own that. You know, they're welcome to use that. They're welcome to air that show. And I made that agreement with them if they so choose to do it. They're actually like working on it. They're enthused about this. Like I didn't sit there talking to somebody, and this is the good thing. This is what I'm excited about. I didn't sit there talking to somebody who's like, okay, well, we'll see, and we'll get back to you. It wasn't that at all. It was like, oh, we got to get the show on here. We got to get this. We got to make this happen. That was the conversation, you know, on both our ends. You know, it wasn't me going down to like I really had it locked into my head, like I really got to sell this, which is a good thing to do anyways. But when I went down there, I saw that wasn't where that conversation was going. It was, okay, let's make a plan here. And that's where we were on the conversation. I really thought it would take 2 or 3 meetings before we got to that point, but I'm super happy about this. And so I really see it happening. I would love to be able to. I can't wait until I'm able to tell you, and I would love for that to happen. So we'll see. Send those good vibes, those good Chiller vibes my way. So but Bill Cardell even said to go back to Patrick's thing about the Chiller. That's no problem. That actually wasn't a concern at all. Because using Chiller Theater would have been, from what they're saying, and from what Bill Cardell told me as well. And I actually knew that anyways. I said, well, yeah, I understand, because there was was it New York or New Jersey? Somebody actually copyrighted that name. They own that title. But Bill said, when I was at Bill Cardell's house, he even told me, he said, you can use, he said, he said, that's fine. I like the logo. I like the name. You could have even used Son of Chiller, you know, which was a great honor to me, because that's a show stemming directly from the parent show. But he, you know, of course, I couldn't use Chiller. He even said, I don't even care if you would have used Chiller Theater as this show. He says, but alas, we cannot do that. So that's not a problem, though. I think, honestly, everybody my age and older, you know, old time fans, even though it's Chiller Night Theater, you know, they're gonna call it Chiller Theater probably, you know. And there was even talk about, now if this happens, this would be really cool. There's even talk about, this is something I recommended, and they're looking into this. And at first they said they could do it, and then they backtracked a little bit and said that there's more looking into do about using the Chiller Theater original theme music, the theme music, you know, An Experiment in Terror is what the music's called. Wow, if we could use that, that'd be awesome. If not worried about it, but wow, what a nostalgic, you know, you're sitting there at night and you hear that music coming on. You know, for people my age and older who grew up watching Chiller Theater, that just, that would be wonderful. Okay. Nick says, finally made it. Sorry I'm late. Oh, hey, thanks for joining us there, Nick. And then David says, hopefully all goes well. Crossing my zombie fingers now. Okay. And then David says, cheers to Jack Shadow. Second glass of champagne. Yay! Cheers. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. When you know, if and when the time comes, I can make that announcement. I'll probably join you in a celebratory toast with some champagne here on the pre-show. And oh my gosh, we have about 10 minutes left. That is just something. Brad says the CW Channel 3. That's an idea. I don't know. We didn't talk about that. Ava says, hi everyone. Yes, I've been listening the whole time. Just couldn't respond. No, and I'm glad you couldn't, young lady. Don't text and drive, so you did well. So Michael says, how could people not not in Pittsburgh access WPXI cable channel. I mean, is it online anywhere? I don't have cable TV. Well, another thing he talked about, and I was kind of a little hesitant about announcing this part of it because I was taking notes and stuff, and there was a lot being covered. I mean, the meeting was well over an hour. It could have been an hour and a half. I mean, it really went super well. It wasn't one of these, pulling teeth type of thing. It was a very fluid conversation, and a very exciting one at that. I thought he had mentioned something about streaming services. I don't know if I was hearing that right. We wouldn't probably be able to do that with licensed movies, but you know what? Even if they threw a couple licensed movies in there, like Universal or a Hammer Horror every once in a while, like maybe once a quarter or something like that, I'd be happy with that. But I can't imagine them being able to stream that. I could be wrong. I don't know how all that intellectual property stuff works with someone with a license. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to find out. So we will see and keep our fingers crossed and hope for positive news coming out of this. Brad says, looks like Jack Shadow is going to be the next Chilly Billy. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Linda Dawn says, well, you know how to get a hold of you for the haunted house in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Boy, wouldn't that be something? Wow. That'd be something. Maybe I'll be down in Pittsburgh a little more often now, Maybe even around Halloween time. Maybe some of these haunts will, maybe I'll come down and visit whoever wants me to visit. And then Anna Marie says, I got my brother, Mark Damiax, on board tonight. Looking forward to it. I'm sorry if I said that name wrong, but looking forward to it. And this is his first time. Oh, well, thank you, Anna. Thanks, Anna. And I'm glad Mark will be joining us. And then Patrick says, I would love to see it on TV in Ohio, too. I had a coverage map. Well, I was going to put it online. I thought, I better not, because I don't know. It does actually go into Ohio, in some spots of Ohio. I'm not sure how far into Ohio you are, but might be able to get it. But it will be, my understanding is it actually will be online, too, in some form through WPXI. So that, again, I need to know a little bit more about that, because I know I'm kind of chopping up that information more than I want. But let's see. Chris says, Raymond says, happy. Excuse me. And of course, I'm still going to be on Stream TV. I'll still be on Stream TV. This is the platform channel for me, because without Stream TV, there wouldn't have been the positive response from WPXI. Let me make that clear, because Stream TV has been my platform since October of 2017. They've been giving me this bracket of television every Saturday night since the last Saturday of October in 2017 to do these shows, to do Chiller Night Theater, to do Chiller Chat. So, and we're only building and building onto this. We're coming up with ideas. You guys are coming up with ideas. We're doing the Fan of the Week now, and we're doing the Jack Shadow Friday Night Frights. We're starting to add more to it, and then with WPXI's involvement, I just really look for Jack Shadow and Chiller Night and the whole Chiller Night theme to really skyrocket this year. I think this is going to be a really good year. So Nick says, who was the Fan of the Week? Aha! Let me tell you, Nick. Let me tell you. The Fan of the Week was Tom Paisley. Oh my gosh, speaking of Nick, I'm glad you said that, because listen folks. We got to pick a new Fan of the Week, and we got to do it in like 6 minutes. No, I say 5. Let's do it. And the way I had to do it last week was we were getting to the end of this show, and it came down to this, where we want to get to the point to where we are we kind of have a routine down and we know what we're doing, but this is so new. So what I'm going to do is this. whoever, and I'll see the time. This is how we did it last week. The first one to send me their picture that you want posted as the fan of the week next Saturday night, the very first picture that I get, it could be on Facebook, it could be to one of my emails, it could be through, you know, if you're able to send it through the Chiller Night Theater website, however you want to do it. If whoever is the first to send me their picture is next week's fan of the week, and that's how we'll do that. And then Brad says the Chiller Night Theater theme show right now is just as good. Oh, thank you. And then Zebrick says Rolando and Zachary. Oh yeah. And then Linda says I was looking for it on iTunes. Okay. What an Experiment in Terror, the old Chiller Theater music, is that what you mean? I'm sorry, I know there's a delay. It makes sense when you're writing it. Sometimes I'm saying it so far out of order that it confuses it. Well, you're all reading at the same time. I'm the one who gets confused. And then let's see. I'll probably have to cut this short here pretty quick. Oh, Linda says I live in Franklin, not too far from Harrisville. Oh, okay. I was thinking you lived in Pittsburgh from the comment. Okay, well, no, that's not far at all. In fact, I have several people from the Franklin Oil City area who actually want to make that journey and work in the haunted house. So, all right, let's see. Do we have any pictures yet? Nope, not yet. At least not in my Facebook. Not my Facebook. Okay, well, whoever sends that, if not, I will be forced, good people, to choose a fan of the week, and that I shall. And I all right, but all you got to do is send a picture. Send the picture that you want to be on presented on Stream TV, and again, it will look like that. It will have whatever picture you send within reason, and then Tom Paisley, like, you see the name, you'll see the location where you're from, and you will be recognized, good people, as the fan of the week for Chiller Night Theater. So Brad says you wanted Chiller to be at WPXI in Pittsburgh in the first place for a very long time, didn't you, Brian? I did. Now, you know, PCNC is owned by WPXI. Like I said, that's a first step. That's a very good first step, because it would also be online on WPXI. It's hand in hand with WPXI. That's all I care about. That's a mega achievement for me. I'm super happy about that. I'm on cloud 9 this week. And then Raymond says, see Jack Shadow soon. Nick says, I tried, LOL. With what, bringing up the fan of the week or by sending the picture? All right, well, whoever sends, and I'll see the time on there. So whoever sends me the first picture I get from one of the viewers, unless they've been a fan of the week for the last 30 days, will be the fan of the week for next week. So saying that, let me pull up the schedule real quick. 9 p.m. coming up in just a few minutes, City of the Dead. 11 p.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Jad Cornell. 11:30 Chiller Night Theater. The movie is The Ape. 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat is last week's the movie review of The Last Jedi with Nate Reagan joining me. And at 2 a.m. once again, City of the Dead. So I hope you have all enjoyed this episode of Chiller Night Live pre-show. It's been a great week. It's been a very busy week, and everything just worked out great, fantastic, and I'm just so happy with how things are going. Everything's going in a very positive direction here. I love these old shows. I love this type of show, and I love the idea of this being in Pittsburgh in such a major way. And I just want to thank you guys for being with me. Next time you see me or who's ever under this hat will be next Friday night, April 5th, 8 p.m. April 5th, 8 p.m. Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights. We're going to be watching A Bucket of Blood. So join in, watch that, interact with each other and with Jack Shadow, and you'll have a great time. It'll be a lot of fun. So have a good night. Have a good chiller night. We'll see you next week.